Hey guys, today we're here with my 2020 Model 3 Performance, but in reality this situation happened to my 2023 Model 3 rear-wheel drive. The information here though is going to be applicable to other Model 3s and also Model Ys. Have you gone to adjust your seat and realize that those seat knobs are loose? It seems like it mainly happens to the front of this one, or the top end of this one right here, you know, where this one goes up and down to adjust the front part of the seat, and this one right here adjusts the seat back. Well, chances are that seat switch behind here has been broken. Now I'll show you what it looks like when it's taken out, right? So this is what's on the other side right here. Typically what happens is there's too much pressure put onto that pin and that one breaks, and there's too much pressure onto this pin and that one breaks. Now, I'm not gonna show you here how to remove this switch. There's already great content on YouTube on how to remove this. It's pretty simple. There's a screw that's gonna be underneath the trim piece right here. Once that screw is removed, this piece of plastic can be popped back, and then you'll be looking at the back side of the switch, and then there's 3 screws to remove it, and then a plug to unplug it. Again, great content on YouTube on how to remove that. Go check it out. What I'm here to show you is a way to save money. So if you were to go to Tesla and buy this right now in March of 2025, this is gonna run you about 85 bucks brand new, okay? You can go on eBay, and I've noticed that these are currently hovering at around 40 bucks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you a way where you could do it for about 20 bucks. To do that though, let's head over to my workshop. And welcome to my workshop. I showed you earlier that this switch right here, so this is the actual switch that came out of the 2023 Model 3 rear-wheel drive that was broken, but as you can see, it now looks complete. Little spoiler alert, if you look carefully, this is the one that was broken, and you can tell because the plastic looks a little bit different, right? This one's got a glossier black look to it, but these right here have, you know, more of a matte grayish look to it. Now, how did I do it? Again, this one brand new from Tesla would be about 85 bucks. The way that I did it is I went to Amazon. So this one right here was $17.99, $2 off, and then, you know, you add tax to it, was less than 20 bucks. Pretty much what I did was I took it apart, took that pin out, and put it in the Tesla. It actually fits, right? So to demonstrate how this works, you know, instead of doing this one right here, I wanted to show you that this would also work on a Model Y. So this one right here is a Model Y switch, and it's for the driver's side. So, you know, I'm going to show you that really what's important is, you know, look for a similar style switch, and then these pins are actually interchangeable. So in this particular case, I bought this on eBay, and it had this one that was broken. And I'll show you, you could take this one right here, which is a third-party part, right? It's not a Tesla original part like these. These are both Tesla original parts. Buy one of these, disassemble it, take the pin out that you need, and pop it into this one, okay? What are you gonna need for this? It's actually pretty simple. You're only gonna need screwdrivers. Now, the reason that I have 2 here is because the head of the screw on the Tesla one is a little bit different than this aftermarket one, but they're both Phillips screwdrivers. The other thing that you're gonna need is something to pry what's behind the pins itself. It'll make more sense in just a moment, okay? So I'm gonna put that one aside for now, and let's start some disassembly. The great thing about these switches is they're not dipped in resin or in other way set up to where it's not repairable. Once you take these screws out, there's no seal, there's no glue, there's nothing to break out. This panel just falls right out. Once you've got that out, this circuit board right here, this PCB, same thing. There's no glue, there's no resin, there's no tape, nothing to hold it down. So you just take that out, comes right out. Now, here's where the flat screwdriver is going to come into play. There's this right here, these little plastic pieces, these little mini housings that help transfer the motion from linear to up and down to actually activate these different little switches right here, right? So in this particular case, I'm going to take the one that's out on this side because that's the one that I want to replace. And so it's also broken on here, but you can see that there's these little tabs right there. In this particular one, it's broken, but that's fine. Once we put the assembly back together, that PCB board, the plate, everything, puts pressure onto it. But all we need to do is, kind of pry those tabs as needed, and then this little guy comes out. Once this guy's out, then you can take the pin out. That's that easy, okay? So I'm going to go do the same thing on this other one. So let's speed up the footage. Since this one's brand new, you can see this one still has the tabs in place, right? So as I was trying to mention, so what I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of pressure here to help get it out of this little groove as I'm prying these little pins out. Once you get 2 or 3 of them, this will probably pop right out. Pretty simple. Okay, once you get that out, move that aside, and there you go. That's the part that we're after, okay? Now, what I did notice is I compared some of these pins, and it seems like the design or the shape of this base part is the same. So this pin right here and this pin right here seem identical. This one seems similar. The only difference is it doesn't have this white little plunger. Looking at the mechanism, I'm not 100% sure why this plunger is here, but it seems like if for whatever reason this one was broken, you could probably take, this pin or this pin and move it to here. This one right here is unique, and the reason that it's unique, you can see, is it tapers down as it gets to the end. So the only one that you can use in this situation would be that one right there. But in this particular example, I grabbed from the same location that we need. So now that I have this, I am going to set that aside, get the original ts.la one, and I'm going to pop this in. So let's pop that in right there. Okay. I'm going to get this backing, the switch backing, pop that right in there. Okay. Get the circuit board. Oh, yeah, you also got to make sure these are all in their proper place. There we go. Put the back cover on, and give me a second. Let me put the screws back in. And there you have it, a fully functional ts.la switch ready to go. And you can see, operates just like normal. The beauty of this is that you're still retaining most of the original ts.la parts for a quarter of the price. Brand new, should work the same and have no problems. Well, if you have any questions on this, feel free to, post it down in the comments below. Hope this helps.